we're gonna be talking about 5 ways to maximize your experience with this guy right here. First, let's start off with my favorite tip out of them all. Purge early, purge often. Purging is absolutely one of the best kept secrets in the cigar industry. I didn't learn it until like 15 years into smoking. I bet you see people purging all the time and you don't even know it. Have you ever seen one of these beastly cigar chomping type of guys that never seem to take the cigar out of their mouth? They're just always... Well, turns out these guys, they are purging all the time. Pretty much every single puff. Purging is very easy and has an amazing effect. You simply blow through the cigar, like so. And that's it. And what that does is it blows all that bitter carbon kind of buildup out of the cigar. I've heard from some sources that if you light the cigar and blow through it, it kind of sucks the ammonia out of the cigar, but I haven't really noticed a difference and I've tried it a bunch of times both ways. Next tip is aging. I have had the good fortune to buy cigars at certain shops and smoke them, and they are in absolute perfect condition. However, this seems to be the exception. It really depends on the cigar. Some cigars, you can smoke them right out of the box, but most of the time, you need to age that cigar a little while to hit its peak tastiness. For example, I was at a wedding once and the father of the bride gifted me my father's cigar, and I smoked it and I loved it. It was amazing. So I went and dropped like $300 on a whole bunch of different ones, and I hated them all. I left them in my humidor for a few years, and now they are just as great as I remember it being at that wedding. Then there's having a wet palate. It doesn't matter how perfectly a cigar is kept or how good it tastes. With a dry palate, you're just not gonna get all those beautiful nuances of that cigar. That's why it's always best to have a drink on hand, whether it be water, whiskey, tequila, rum, sometimes chocolate milk. I've heard that's pretty good with cigars, or even tomato juice. I haven't tried it yet, but I will soon. And then there's another great tip. Smoke slowly. Make sure you have enough time to take your time. Don't be in a rush when smoking a cigar. Cigars are purposely made with slow burning tobaccos to give you a great experience. So if you puff it too often and too hard, you're gonna smoke it hotter than the blender intended, and you're gonna build up some more carbon and some more of that bitterness, and sometimes, doesn't matter how much you purge, it won't get rid of it. I like to puff my cigar once or twice every minute, no more than that, and then you'll enjoy it a lot more. And last, but certainly not least, have a full belly when you're smoking a cigar. Sometimes I like to purposely overeat dinner, especially if it's a great dinner, and then go have a cigar. I never enjoy a cigar more than when I have a little bit of a tummy ache going on, and then I start puffing on that cigar, it goes away, and I feel great. You don't want to smoke a cigar, especially something heavy like this Liga Privada UF13 here. This thing on an empty stomach can wreck you, give you the spins and some nicotine sickness. Bonus tip, if you do get nicotine sickness from a cigar, have a sugar packet on hand, throw that whole packet in your mouth, and that'll help you get rid of it faster than anything else that I've tried. Well, I guess this video is more like 6 tips to maximize the experience of your cigar. If you want one more really good tip on how to enjoy your cigar to the maximum, check out our video on how to light it properly. We have a few tips and tricks in there that might help you out also.